Hey guys, welcome back to another brand new video. Now today's video, we're going to be talking about another crazy story. You guys seem to like this story time video. However, I kind of want to get some more views, guys, so we might have a little bit of an interesting title. We got to go for a banger story time, okay? Listen, I got some crazy stories lined up for you guys. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to finally get my fucking upload schedule right, you know. I'm pretty busy with work, you know. Hanging out with people. I mean, I don't just sit in the fucking house all day like I used to. Like, it's just that simple. However, hoping to get this shit situated. So, let's just get right into the video. So this story time is about the time where I bought and took a fake perk. Now, this wasn't just any perk. It was a perk 30. So, I was already hoping to get pretty fucked up, alright? This is around the time where I was really starting to really up my drug game up, you know, becoming a little drug demon I am now today. Just so you guys, or just so we can get this shit clarified, I don't condone drug use, okay? YouTube, don't strike this fucking video. However, I think it's fair to tell people these stories so you don't have to do it yourself. So, this story is actually like somewhat recent. It happened about like a month and a half ago. I was still in school at the time. I'm no longer in school, but I was still in school. And I still had a little bit of time left of school. So it's not too long ago, but it's also not an ancient story either. So, this guy hit me up and he wanted to sell me a perk. Okay. Now, I didn't know this guy at all, which is red flag number one. However, a couple people I know followed him and they followed them. So I was like, okay, maybe he could be trustworthy, you know. I asked a couple people, they were like, yeah, this dude, they bought weed off of him and everything was alright. So I was like, okay, maybe this guy's legit. However, he was selling two perks for, sorry, not two perks, sorry, a singular perk for $20. And I was gonna buy two of them. Now, at this time, I hadn't bought like an actual perk before, and I genuinely didn't know the going price like for a singular perk, so I didn't know at the time if I was getting fucking gypped or what. But at the time I just got paid, so I had some fucking money to blow, right? So I wasn't exactly worried too much about the price. Whether I was getting gypped or not, I don't fucking know. Now, this guy only lived a couple blocks away from me, so I was like, alright, bet, you know, works out perfectly. I was like, listen bro, you mind showing me the perks? I looked at them, and at this point, I didn't actually know what a fucking perk looked like, right? So I looked it up, I compared the photos, and I was like, alright, looks good enough, right? Looks good enough. So, we're like, listen man, I gotta work today, but you know, when I get off work, can we go meet at the park? Because there's a park a couple blocks away from me, right? So he's like, alright, bet, sounds good, let me know when you're ready. So I go to work, you know, get done work, right? So I'm done work, you know, I go get some food because I was hungry, take care of what I needed to, I had some shit I had to get done, I had to get laundry done, so I get that done. So it's starting to get late evening. It's probably around like 6 or 7. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go fucking pick up a perk, right? So I was gonna get two of them. So that's $40. So I go hit the ATM, go get 40. I don't really carry cash on me too often. I just don't end up needing it that much. But this guy didn't want to take Cash App, and this guy didn't want to take Venmo or anything, or even fucking Apple Pay. So I had to go get good old fucking cash, right? So I go hit the ATM. There's an ATM right up the street from my house. So I go hit the ATM, withdraw $40, and I make my way down to the park. And I text him, I'm like, yo, I'm here. He's like, bet, I'm on my way. He literally lives a couple houses away from the park, so he'd take like maybe 2 minutes to get there. About 5 minutes goes by, and he shows up. Right, I've never seen this guy before. And this guy is smaller than me. Like, yeah, so I wasn't worried about getting robbed because this guy is smaller than me, okay? I'm not gonna act tough or anything because I'm fucking not. I'm built like a little girl. But if it came to it, 100% I would fucking kill this kid in a fight. This guy was like scrawnier than me and like maybe 5'4". I thought I was dealing with a fucking middle schooler for a second, right? So this guy shows up. And he's like, yo, man, what's good? I dab him up. I'm like, yo, man, what's good? Yo, show me this real quick. So before I hand over the cash, I gotta make sure he has the shit, right? So he shows them to me. He even lets me hold it, right? Which is not something that some drug dealers do. Some people, like, the last drug deal I was at, it was just some weed. And this guy fucking, like, was getting all antsy because I asked to see it. And I, like, grabbed it just to look at it. Make sure I was getting the right amount, right? Kind of just eyeing it up. I didn't have, like, a scale with me. I don't have a fucking scale, right? So, anyway. So, I was like, okay, you know, maybe this dude's cool. Maybe he's really confident that his shit's legit, that he's letting me hold it, right? Everything looks alright. I mean, I didn't really know, like a close-up, like, in person what a real perk looked like. Looking back on it now, that shit definitely, I should have definitely not bought that because, like, the, like, the little, like, the 30 and then the M on it looked slightly off. It wasn't crazy, but it looked off-brand. It looked like I was getting the great value fucking perk, dude. Like, I was getting the generic perk, right? Now, it had the M30 on it. It just looked off, right? It was the right color, at least. It was the right fucking color. So at least they had that. Now, I was like, alright, bet. I thought at the time everything checked out. I was like, alright, bet. I handed him the $40. He gave me the 2 perks just in a little baggie. And stuffed it in my pocket. Dabbed him up again. I was like, good looking out, bro. Catch you later, right? He's like, bet. Let me know how it goes, right? So, I go home, and I just go put it in my stash, right? You know, I didn't want to get high that moment. I had some other shit to go take care of, right? So, I take care of the other shit. It's about, like, 10 o'clock, right? I had nothing going on the next day. You know, I didn't have work. I had literally nothing going on the next day. So, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of, you know, I was kind of having a shit day. Some drama happened. So, I was like, well, fuck, dude. Let's just get fucked up, right? So I charge up my cart, you know, I was gonna take a perk and, you know, get a little stoned. Nothing too crazy, but, you know, just enough, right? So I get a little fried first, like nothing crazy, take like 3 decent hits out of my cart, you know, and, you know, that starts hitting, you know, I'm chilling, you know, I'm not like fucked up, I'm not like greening out or anything. But I'm chilling, right? So, I fill up my water, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go take this perk, right? I'm gonna take 1 at first. Because I'd never done perks up until this point. Now, maybe getting a perk 30 for your first time trying perks is a terrible fucking idea, right? But that didn't even matter, because I'm like 99% sure this was not a real perk, right? Like 99.999% sure. So, I take 1 at first. And about half hour goes by. I'm not feeling anything. And at the time, I really should have fucking, like, actually did my research. As cringe as that sounds. But I should have. But I didn't know how long these take to take effect. So all I knew is I wasn't fucking feeling anything. Maybe a little placebo effect. I don't fucking know. But I wasn't really feeling anything, right? So just say, fuck it, take the second perk. Now I'm on, supposedly, you know, pretty much a perk 60. Okay, I'm on 2 perk 30s, supposedly, right? So, about another 10 minutes goes by, and whatever was in that hit like a fucking train. Like, 1 second, I was just chilling, I was a little stoned, and then the second, I was, like, cold sweating. Like, I felt dizzy, I felt lightheaded, I felt nauseous, and I was sweating profusely. Like, I don't think I've ever sweat this much in my life, right? Even on, like, 100-degree day wearing a fucking hoodie and sweatpants, running, I don't think I've ever sweat this much in my whole life, okay? It was bad. I legit thought I was, like, ODing or something. Like, I thought I was dying. It was that bad. I felt horrible. And in fact, it got to the point where I was literally sitting in my chair with just a pair of fucking boxers on, right? Sweating. And, like, it was like my chair was wet, Like, it was straight up wet. Like, there was a puddle of fucking sweat. It was that bad. And it didn't matter how much water I drank, I kept sweating. Until I just didn't have any more water in my system to fucking sweat. And so when I drank more, I just start sweating. And I was like, holy shit, I gotta go lie down. So I go lie down, and I'm dizzy and shit. And eventually, I think I start coming down off of it. So eventually, I was able to sleep, right? And eventually, I fall asleep, and I wake up, and my head just is fucking killing me. And I almost felt hungover, right? You ever, if anyone here's watching this who's ever felt hungover, you know exactly what I mean. Like, I genuinely felt like I just went to a fucking rager last night and just drank myself into oblivion. That's how I felt like, pretty much. Luckily I didn't die, but I was like, fuck, I'm never buying from that guy again, right? So, you know, nothing really happened after that. I never even hit him up and told him how it went. For all he knows, I haven't taken it yet, but yeah. So that's pretty much it for this story. You know, if you guys want to hear some more crazy stories, let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, don't be fucking stupid like me. Have a good one, guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace.